Scorpio, to your love reading for September. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you in September love. Beautiful Libra, Scorpio. Oh, got some cards falling on the floor. We do have let go of control issues coming out under here. This is pretty much on your side, so it's telling you it's time to let go of control issues. Just let it fold unnaturally, friends. It's going to do what it needs to do, right? If you're holding on too tight to the situation, it does feel like it is time to free yourself. So it does feel like you are trying to hold on to something that you do not want it to go away. So it just feels like if I hold on to this, then everything's going to be fine. But it is time to free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. I'm not allowing this thing to, over control you. If this person doesn't want to do what they need to do, they don't want to be with you, they don't want to listen, however the situation is, you can't really control the situation, right? So you're definitely going to have to free yourself from trying to hold the reins so tightly, right? So let's see what's going on over here. Clarify on this situation, please. It's saying that you definitely are trying not to walk away. You definitely do not want to walk away. You're not moving on from the situation. Feel like you are trying to keep it alive, keep it going, right? Wanting that second chance. So trying to offer, any kind of support, any kind of friendship. It looks like you are trying to, put out this cup of love. You are trying to, support the situation, telling them, you know what, look, I want this to work. I want our relationship to be as balanced and, justified as possible. Okay, and it's just not really coming together the way that you really want this to at this time. But it does feel like you are trying to make it as fair as possible, even when it feels like there could be a lot of unfairness, right? The way that they're acting or behaving, or the way that everything's going down. Yeah. So you are observing the situation as, you are trying to make things blossom. But this is the Judgment card, right? So there could be, trying to push the finger outward instead of inward scenario. You might be observing that situation. Maybe you're trying to take control. Maybe you're trying to blame them too much for the situation. You've come to this understanding, you know what? I'm to blame for this as well. That's where the balance and the judgment, of that situation is. It says it is safe for you to love, open your heart to give it and receive the biggest energy of all. So they feel like, it is safe to love, they do have this feeling deep down inside that they do want to kind of release this. They do want to kind of express their love. And it feels like kind of, because it does feel like, there was some things that are going on over here that is, it's like kind of like, I'm not sure exactly, what I want to do about this situation. We've had a lot of situations, a lot of things going on. They do feel like you guys still have chemistry no matter what. There's a strong magnetic, attraction here. But it does feel like, I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work. I'm not sure if I want to give this relationship a chance again. It feels like, it's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of judgment calls. There's a lot of pointing fingers. There's a lot of things that we can't be on the same page about. So let's see what they have to say over here. Clarify on how they feel, please. Do you feel like there's a lot of options within the situation, and that there was a lot of open doors, and they're just not sure if they actually want to continue to come towards you? Right? Am I inspired enough to want to take this? Do I want to have this second chance with you? I don't know. It does feel like they're kind of hiding out a little bit, guys. They're just not really 100% sure that they really want to take this chance. Right? It does look like they have some daydreams, right? They are daydreaming about the situation. It's up in their head. They're really up in their head about this. Should I go back? Should I do this? Right? I mean, you got to figure this is a dreamy card as well, but it's in reverse. So therefore, they're being a little fickle about the situation, not sure where this is actually going to go. They could feel like maybe, you know, you're taking advantage of them. Maybe you guys feel like you're taking advantage of each other. There's a little bit of, like I said, fickleness going on over here. Maybe you guys feel like like I said, you guys are pointing the finger at each other too much. So this person does have kind of an attitude towards this situation, right? This fickle attitude towards like whatever, right? Do what you want to do, right? But like I said, there is some daydreaming over here, but the more they kind of think about it, the more they're like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this. Every time we do this, there's too much control. There's too much this. We're always on the wrong page. Yeah, letting go of the situation, putting a stop to it. So this is taking time out. Definitely taking the time out. So they have, they are pulling back. They are taking that time out, and they're not coming back for a while because they don't feel like there's any teamwork. There's not enough effort within the situation at this time. So it feels like no matter what the situation is, they're not putting all in. And I think you feel that. I think that's where another reason why you want to take the reins so much is because you feel like they're not putting all the effort into the situation. And that's, they just don't feel like that's going to happen. They don't think it's going to be on your side. They don't feel like they want to do it on their side, because if we're never on the same page, then why should I put in all this effort to anything? Or you could just feel like they're lazy. Being lazy about the situation because, Page of Wands upside down is a lazy card. So you could even be saying, that's just because they're lazy. They don't want to do anything. Fickle, lazy, however you want to see it, right? Okay. So overall, see what kind of an overall card is over here for them. So it's saying the judgment and the obsession over there, or excuse me, not obsession. Yeah, there could be some obsession. The observation is what I wanted to say. So on their side, please. Yep, daydreams, decisions. They definitely are thinking about this situation, but they're not moving anywhere. Because, like I said, the more that they're thinking about that, the more they're feeling like they're alone. The more they feel like, they want to be alone. They're definitely, I feel that they give themselves the Five of Cups in their own way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they definitely are feeling like this is not going to work with the moving on. Now we have the moving on. Now we have them thinking, well, I'm not going to put any more hard work into this. So that's how they're feeling at this time, right? That they definitely feel like they could move on. Right, from this situation, it would, yeah. That's where they feel that they need, that's where they feel that's where they need to be. I don't know why, that's just it. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.